It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, to meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the Wolves of West Georgia, with a record of 13-13 on the season, 3-6 in Gulf South Conference play. Starting at guard, 6-foot junior number 2, Dion Sims. At guard, a 6'7" sophomore, number 11, Gavin Field. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 14, Jeremy Smith. Starting at guard, 6'3", junior, number 24, Justin Cummings. And starting at forward, 6'7", senior, number 33, John Pringle. The graduate assistant coach for the Wolves is Ryan Litzinger. Assistant coaches are Andy Young and Jamal Hickman. The head coach for West Georgia is Michael Cooney. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Title Time Wrestling! It's time to meet the starting five for your Valdosta State. At guard, 6-foot senior from Lake Weir, Florida, numero uno, Ricardo Lewis. At forward, 6'7" senior from the Sunshine State, number 2, Tyrone Cornell. At forward, 6'7" senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, wearing the red, black, and white tonight, number 3, B.J. Dibble. He hails from Rochester Hills, Michigan. At guard, 6'6" senior, number 20, Ryan Newton. And starting at guard, 6'3" senior from Steeltown, Pennsylvania, number 22, Kristen Crawford. And the rest of the Blazers are coached by graduate assistant Pat Coons, associate head coach Nick Gast, and head coach Mike Helfer.
College basketball in Valdosta, Georgia. Wish you were here. What a fantastic crowd, packed to the rafters tonight. The Wolves are in their blue road uniforms with West Georgia in white trimmed in red across the front. The Blazers are in their home white tonight. Valdosta State has lost only one game at home this year, lost only one game at home last year. An unbelievable home court record, and hoping to extend that record tonight. And Valdosta State, you arm in arm at the right end. Wolves are waiting at the left end. New video boards in place. Here's Valdosta State, gonna walk up there. Tyrone Cornell gonna jump center. Cornell wipes his hands on the bottom of his sneakers. He'll jump in the middle against Justin Cummings. He's only 6'3". Cornell will jump center. Final home game at the complex. What feelings got to be going through his head? And all these seniors. As we got 5 seniors starting tonight. 5 of the 7 seniors in the starting lineup. Cornell going to back tap to Tristan Crawford. Blazers with the basketball. They're going to work at the left end. Ricardo Lewis between the legs. Comes out to Crawford. Crawford wearing the white headband tonight. Cornell wearing the white headband. Out to Ryan Nelson. Nelly goes down. Going to go to Cornell. Going to turn, put it up, and no good. Ball's going to be tipped up, no good. Rebound, West Georgia. West Georgia with the rock. Coming out of there, John Pringle. He's a good one. I'll be calling his name a lot tonight. West Georgia at the right end. We beat him by 1 in Carrollton on January the 30th. What's going to happen tonight? They got a bounce pass in the middle. Got a man there. Going to stop. Shoot it from 5 feet away. No good by Pringle. Rebound, B.J. Dibble. Dibble going to get to Ricardo Lewis. Down to Nelly. Back out to B.J. Going to shoot the 3 and miss it. Rebound underneath. Going to be controlled by West Georgia. Jeremy Smith with the basketball. Jeremy Smith going to work it down at the right end. Going to give myself a little more volume in the headset right here. Here's West Georgia at the right end. They'll shoot the long, high arching 3 and miss it. Rebound going to come to Valdosta State. It'll be Ricardo Lewis. Dishes left side, back to Lewis. Over to Cornell. Cornell, little stutter step. You're going to take it up, put it off the window, miss it. Rebound going to be John Pringle for West Georgia. Pringle brings it on the outside to Deion Sims. Sims, the junior, the 6-footer from right there in Carrollton. Home of the Wolves. 18:40 to play in the first half. Neither team has scored. Penetration move in the middle. Pringle's going to put it up. No good. Rebound the Australian. Lost it. Going to be picked up by B.J. Dibble. Dibble for the Blazers at the left end. Blazers in the white. West Georgia in the blue. We're live on the internet and live on the radio. Live from Blazerville here on a Saturday night. Tristan Crawford wants to post his man down low. Crawford's going to give it outside to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis, who was hurt the last time I saw him, that was Huntsville last Saturday night, hurt himself against the Chargers in the second half. Cornell going to spin to the rim, put it up left hand short. Tip no. Rebound going to be out of bounds. It'll be West Georgia basketball. Both teams a little tight here in the first 2 minutes. Neither one has scored. It'll be West Georgia going to bring it left to right, 94 feet away. We're at the complex. Lady Blazers won tonight. They keep it going. They've won 14 in a row going into the Gulf South Conference tournament. Here are the Wolves at the top of the key at the right end. Wolves going to look on the near side. It'll be Justin Cummings. Cummings with the rock, wearing the blue headband tonight. Cummings looking for a screen behind a back dribble. 17 to shoot. Cummings going to take it on the baseline. Takes it underneath, right to the rim. Missed a layup. Rebound. Cornell flies in there and comes down with a basketball. Cornell out to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis at the left end, between the legs with the dribble. Lewis going to take it left side. Lewis right to the rim, off the window. Oh, baby! Up and in. Ricardo Lewis draws first blood for the Flame, red and black on a Saturday night. And the seniors come to play in Blazerville. On the outside, here's West Georgia. West Georgia down in the corner. Wolves want to drive the baseline. Going to turn. Deion Sims looked like he traveled, and now they're going to call the foul. The foul will be against, check that, not against Cornell. They're going to say a little slap on the arm by B.J. Dibble. Deion Sims going to go to the free throw line for West Georgia. Deion Sims on the air for the Wolves is 24 out of 40, 60% from the strike. Going to put this one up and miss it badly. Back iron. He will get another. It's a little handshake there from the Australian, Gavin Field. Gavin Field is a good player. You look at him and he looks like Timmy on Timmy and Lassie. But that guy can play, boy. Second shot is up and in. 2-1. Valdosta State up by a digit. 17-13 to play in the half. We're going to talk about this Gulf South Conference tournament as the night wears on. Sean Reed's already given me the tiebreaker info. Here's Tristan Crawford, right side to B.J. Dibble. Dibble down in the corner. Nelly's there. Ryan Nelson going to pick up his dribble. Comes his side to B.J. Up top to Ricardo Lewis. Down low to Tyrone Cornell. They pushed him over the back. Pringle's going to pick up his first. Remember, that's what happened to Tyrone Cornell last Saturday night in Huntsville. He got 2 early fouls. Sat on the bench for all but 4 minutes of the first half. The Blazers lead it 2-1. And Ryan Nelson going to take it out of bounds. Nelson throws it long to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis going to come to the top, standing on the V-State logo. Looking for a screen, gets it. Pulls up from the elbow, missed it. Rebound going to come to West Georgia. Pringle. Valdosta State has had games where it started extremely hot, but not this one. Here's Sims going to lose the ball. Picked up by Cornell. Got one man to beat. Cornell going to fly down the floor. Going to be fall down. Going to be a foul against West Georgia. Foul against the Wolves. 2-1 lead for the Blazers. 16:33 to play in the first half. And a foul going to be called against West Georgia's Jeremy Smith, the senior from Chino Hills, California. And Valdosta State will inbounds underneath. Blazer baseball won a couple of days against 15th ranked Tampa, 8-2 and 14-0. White suits of Mike Elf are going to get inbounds to B.J. Dibble. Long shot by Ryan Nelson is no good on the three. Rebound going to be West Georgia. Coming out of there with the ball, Justin Cummings. Cummings going to give it up to Deion Sims. He'll walk it up the floor. We've played 3.5 minutes, and oh man, West Georgia doesn't even have a field goal on the outside. Blazers only have one. On the outside, Jeremy Smith. Smith's going to go top of the key to Sims. Sims looks inside to the Australian, but doesn't choose him. Chooses Pringle instead. Pringle going to be jump ball, and the alternate possession goes right back to West Georgia. 16:05 to play in the first half of the basketball game. A strange score, 2-1. And the Blazers, right now it's West Georgia at bat. 2-1 lead for Valdosta State over its biggest and oldest rivals. I've seen so many of these games since I went watching Blazers and West Georgia play since 1963, which is a long time ago. Played in the old Blazer Fieldhouse. Right to the rim, no good. Rebound, no good. Rebound, B.J. Dibble. Dibble out to Ricardo Lewis at the left end. Blazers with a chance to extend the lead. Out to Lewis, takes a long three, and Zip City! Ricardo Lewis with the three ball. Valdosta State 5, West Georgia 1. Wolves have gone almost 4.5 minutes here without a field goal. Wolves on the year, 13 wins, 13 losses, 3-6 in the league. Knocked away, picked up by Crawford. Blazers get another steal at the left end. Crawford, top of the key. Lewis swings at Cornell. He'll take the three and miss it. Rebound. Cornell hadn't hit a shot tonight. Inside, B.J. Dibble off a great pass from Tristan Crawford. Dibble off the window. Timeout, Michael Cooney. Blazers 7, Wolves 1. Take a break. 30 seconds on the Valdosta State Basketball Network. .15 to play in the first half of the basketball game. Valdosta State out to a 7-1 lead over arch rival West Georgia. Here are the Wolves at the right end. They have yet to score a field goal. Here are the blue shirts of Michael Cooney. Big Ed Murphy, their coach and athletics director, a long time. Boy, you love to see Big Ed. He was quite a showman, former head coach at Ole Miss. Ball's knocked away, picked up by West Georgia. Had it up and in. John Pringle went up and over Tyrone Cornell. And Pringle gets the first basket of the game with about 15 minutes to play. Now the Blazers at the left end. 7-3 lead for the Flame Red and Black, the hometown heroes of Mike Elford. Backdoor cut, got his man. Tristan Crawford lays it up over the orange iron and got it. Crawford off a beautiful pass from BJ. It is at the right end. Got to watch that little guy down there. And they're going to go right to the rim, up and good. Score it underneath. They're attacking. That's Jeremy Smith going right to Cornell, trying to get some fouls on him. Here's Ricardo Lewis at the left end. Lewis going to drive all the way to the rim, off the window, missed it, tip, no. Got a foul underneath going to be called against Cornell. That'll be his first of the night. Huntsville, that's the way they attack the Blazers. Huntsville beats West Alabama tonight, 86-66. So Alabama-Huntsville is going to be the #1 seed in the Gulf South Conference tournament. And unless the Blazers beat West Georgia, they're going to win the GSC East. If the Blazers do beat West Georgia, there'll be a tie. Both will be GSC East co-champions. Blazers won it outright last year, but the Blazers, via a coin flip earlier today, if this scenario happened, will be the 2nd seed in the East. So that'll be tournament time coming up Friday. Blazers will be the 2nd seed in the middle if they win this game. It'll be a 5-footer up and no good by West Georgia. Going to the free throw line, Justin Cummings. And a foul going to be called against VSU. It'll be just in the basketball game. Kevin Harris, the 5'11", 185-pound junior from Douglas, Georgia. One of the most exciting players on the Blazer roster. Just checks in. Played at Coffee County High School over in Douglas, Georgia. Wade Hughes, former Wildcat, had a great team this year. Lost in the first round of the state tournament last night. Free throws up and in by Justin Cummings. Marquise Robinson going to come in for the Blazers. The 6'7", 234-pound senior from Sarasota, Florida. Christian Hunter, leading three-ball shooter on the team. The 6'2", 187-pound junior from Chagrin Falls, Ohio is in there as well. Second free throw is also good. It's a 9-7 lead for Valdosta State. Led 7-1 at one point in this game. 13:46 to go. Shows a video board shot of a young co-ed talking on her cell phone out there. Got to be watching this basketball game. Here's Ricardo Lewis at the top. Lewis going to go right side. Kevin Harris is there. Harris with the shake and bake. Now stops at the elbow. Pulls it back this side to Lewis. Down low to Cornell. Cornell going to face up on the baseline. Goes up. He got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. It was a one-point game in Carrollton. 58-57. Valdosta State able to get out of the Coliseum for the second year in a row with a victory. Cornell's going to be at the stripe. He shot more free throws than any Blazer this year, 142 out of 201, 70%. He'll be at the line. Blazers as a team shoot 69%. Cornell at the stripe. Going to be up. It's going to be no good. He missed it. Valdosta State had a 15-game winning streak at Huntsville. Ended last Saturday night. Haven't played since. So the bitter taste of despair has lingered in our mouth and minds for an entire 7 days. And here we are trying to get it out on a Saturday night at the complex before what could be a record crowd. Cornell at the stripe. His team up 9-7 over West Georgia. 13:24 to play in the half. Here's the second free throw. Tyrone Cornell going to put it up and got it. Cornell hits the free throw. That's his first point of the night. He's 0 for 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Cornell has 1 rebound in the game. Here is Vohan Silvar. Silvar, boy, he was a thorn in our sides up there. Silvar is going to give up the basketball. Then goes down low to Cummings. Justin Cummings going to work. Double teamed on the low block. Wants to turn. Ball's knocked away. Picks it up. Going to throw it in the middle. Going to be knocked away by Marquise Robinson. Robinson going to go out of there to Ricardo Lewis. Throws it long to Kevin Harris. Deep down in the corner. Kevin Harris going to pull it out beyond the arc. Far side of the arena. Packed house tonight at the complex on Pack the Plex night. Also blackout the Plex night. Long three by Harris. Oh, yes! Kevin Harris with the 3-ball for VSU. Kevin Harris on the air. That is his 13th trifecta on the season. Just started playing back when we took on Lambeth in Jackson, Tennessee on January 9th. They throw it inside. Want to challenge Cornell again. Jump hook, no good. Rebound Cornell. After the miss on the inside by West Georgia's Julian Jones. Blazers in the white at the left end. Cornell outside the arc. Tries right for the rim. Goes up and good. They wiped it out. They say there was a foul on the floor. A little sound problem there. Matt Malone, I'm sure, will get that fixed. 13-7, Valdosta State in the lead with 12:16 to play in the first half of the basketball game. Cornell gets his first break. Ricardo Lewis gets his first break. You got Billy McShepard in there, the 6'10", 195-pound junior from Windsor, North Carolina, is in there for the Blazers. Valdosta State also got Charles Belton in there. Belton, the 6'4", 186-pound senior from Fairburn, Georgia, in there for the first time tonight. Billy Mack going to drive to the elbow, gives it up to Hunter. Hunter on the outside. Hunter going to drive right for the rim, puts it up off the window. Bingo! Christian Hunter with a beautiful scissor move right across the red paint of the complex. Scissored it back off the window down through the nylons. Valdosta State's lead is 8, 15-7. On the wing, West Georgia with the basketball. 11:40 to play in the half. Here is Silvar. Silvar between the legs with the dribble. Billy Mack comes out and guard him. Silvar goes right side. Got Cummings for 3. Puts it up. Back iron. No. Rebound. Blazers. Kevin Harris. Harris wants to run behind the back dribble. Harris going to lose the ball. Going to go down and pick it up and does. And we got a jump ball. Got a jump ball. And it will go to West Georgia on the alternate possession. Alabama Huntsville 86, West Alabama 66. They are the #1 seed of South Conference from the East Division. by virtue of a coin flip they'll be the number 1 seed anyway if the Blazers don't beat West Georgia. If there's a tie, both teams could be 9-1. The Blazers would still finish second. Off the window, a razor shot off the window. I mean, that was a razor-thin margin. Put it off the backboard and in. Christian Hunter's playing so well. The Chagrin Falls, Ohio junior started his career at VMI. Here's West Georgia at the right end. Silvar wants to penetrate, puts it up off balance, made it anyway, by golly. 17-9, Blazers in the lead. That 17-7 lead was the biggest of the game. First time it'd been double digits. Here's Hunter on the outside. Hunter going to take the standing three and back iron no. Rebound going to pop out of there to Belton, right side. Harris wide open in the corner. Oh, he missed everything. Rebound, Billy McShepard going to put it up and no good. Rebound, West Georgia. Blazers had 3 cracks at it, didn't get any of them. 10.5 to play in the first half. Mike Elfer says, let's go, let's get them. Here's West Georgia with the ball at the right end. Ryan Godfrey. Godfrey gives it up on the wing to the Australian. Gavin Fields going to dribble to the top to another Australian, Brett Seljak, the freshman from Geelong, Australia. Ball's knocked away, and it'll be a foul against BSU. They will call it against Billy McShepard. That'll be his first of the game. 10 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the first half of the basketball game. 17-9, Valdosta State in the lead over West Georgia. West Georgians get it in bounds, and on the far side to Seljak. Seljak at the top. We beat him at the Coliseum for 2 years in a row, both by razor-thin margins. Here's West Georgia. Ryan Godfrey going to penetrate, stop, shoots a 15-footer, in and out, no. Rebound, knocked to the floor, going to be a foul against Billy McShepard. McShepard with a foul, 10 minutes to play in the first half of the basketball game. It will be out underneath. And into the lineup for West Georgia will be Jeremy Smith. Smith's going to check in for Gavin Field, and Field might have got hit in the jaw. Boy, looks like he's holding his tongue in his jaw over there. West Georgia gets it out of bounds. Down in the corner, second foul against Billy Mack. West Georgia to the top, Silvar is there. They're going to throw it underneath. The Australian's going to take a bounce and travel with the ball. That'll be a turnover. Got a media timeout. We'll take a break. 9:52 to play in the first half of the basketball game. 17-9. Blazers in the lead. Take 60 seconds on the VSU Hoops Network. Tech lost last week, and they're still the number 1 team in the nation in the poll that came out before the loss. Central Missouri number 2, Augusta State number 3, Kentucky Wesleyan 4, Minnesota State 5, Indiana PA 6, Midwestern State is 7, and Valdosta State number 8 in the nation in this week's NABC Bowl. Blazers have the basketball, leading West Georgia 17-9. Penetration move on the outside of Charles Belt. We had a pushing foul against one of the Blazers. Pushing foul going to be called against VSU with 9:36 to play. It'll be Belton who pushed to try to get the basketball. A lot of folks in black tonight, and black out the complex, pack the plex. I've seen those t-shirts, and I'm interested to see what the final numbers are going to be. Lady Blazers had an all-time record crowd for a Lady Blazer basketball game here in Valdosta. John Pringle's back out there for Michael Cooney's West Georgia team. It'll be the blue suits taking it on the outside. And now we're going to get a foul down low, called against Belton. I think that'll be his second of the night. Charles Belton, check that number 4. Christian Hunter is going to get the foul. Hunter's going to get the foul, and that will be the 17 fouls against the Blazers. So it'll be 1-and-1 time for West Georgia. Then you get the starters back in there. It'll be Ricardo Lewis, Tristan Crawford, Ryan Nelson, B.J. Dibble, and Tyrone Cornell. Cornell is yet to get a field goal in the game. He is the Blazers' leading scorer on the year, averaging 18.4 points a game. Leading rebounder, averaging 8.3 rebounds. Here's the free throw by Pringle is good. Pringle's a good player. He's a very, not good, he's a great player. The 6'7" senior from Newark, New Jersey. Pringle's going to get another shot. Twin set of threes on his back. Puts it up and pop. Little flip of the twines by John Pringle. 17-11, Valdosta State still in the lead over the West Georgia Wolves. Here's Ryan Nelson on the wing, going to get it out to Tristan Crawford. Crawford with the head fake, drives in the middle, turns, fires from 15. Bingo! Oh, and good by Tristan Crawford. Crawford makes the basket. The Blazers up by 8. Biggest lead was 10 at 17-7. Between the legs dribble at the right end by West Georgia's Jeremy Smith. Smith goes to Silvar, going to fall away. Missed a 5-footer. Rebound going to be out of bounds off the hands of West Georgia. Big Brett Seljak, the 6'9" freshman from Geelong, Australia, lost it out of bounds. Valdosta State got Dibble on the left, got Ryan Nelson on the right. The low post, Tristan Crawford and Tyrone Cornell. Now they've held him down so far tonight. Here's Crawford going to throw the alley-oop inside. Did not catch it properly. Tyrone Cornell had it above the rim, did not catch it properly. Here is West Georgia right to the rim, in and out, no good. Rebound going to be fought for, controlled by who? Valdosta State, I think, Dibble. Dibble's going to throw it to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis at the timeline, got the numbers right in. Cornell's going to have it stripped away and stolen by West Georgia. West Georgia throws it long, not long enough, stolen right back by Tristan Crawford. Crawford going to go on the wing. Got his man there, B.J. Dibble. Dibble going to be pushed out of bounds by West Georgia's Ryan Godfrey. That's got to be a foul, but it is. 19-11, Valdosta State in the lead by 8 points with 8 minutes and 4 seconds to play in a game. Boy, that thing at Alabama Huntsville last Saturday night, there was so much emotion in that arena. Where the tragedy occurred with the shooting of 3 professors. The president made an impassioned plea before the game began. Here's Crawford reverse. Lay is good. And the Blazers not able to pull it out up in Huntsville, but right now leading this one by 10, 21-11. We're at the complex on Packed Up Lex night, hoping for an all-time record. On the outside, West Georgia with the basketball. They give it up top to Silvar. Silvar looking for a screen, won't get it. Now Silvar beyond the arc, far side with a head fake. Silvar going to bounce pass down low to Pringle. Pringle goes inside, threw it away. Going to be thrown right back to Silvar. Silvar going to penetrate, throw it away, right back to Cornell. So the teams trade turnovers. Silvar should have shot that basketball. Here's Ricardo Lewis going to go right to the rim and knocked away. Touch last by West Georgia. Wolves going to send 2 fresh players into the game, Dion Sims and Justin Cummings. Both starters back in there right now. Matt Malone, great job on the PA all season long, as usual. Blazers lost only once at home this year. That was to Columbus back on December 7, 73-71. West Georgia going to steal the basketball. Here come the Wolves, and we got a foul called against VSU. Crowd wanted traveling, but didn't get it. 21-11, Valdosta State up by 10. West Georgia at the line. Blazers already committed 8 fouls in the game. 5 fouls against West Georgia. At the free throw line, Justin Cummings. Cummings from the line tonight. He's already 2 out of 2. That's his only 2 points of the evening. Shots up and he missed it. Rebound Tyrone Cornell. West Georgia 3 of 13 from the floor tonight. Blazers 9 out of 22. They got 9 more shots. And leading by 10 points. Got a foul down there. Going to be called against Jeremy Smith. And it'll be not a shooting foul. It's only the 16th foul. Jeremy Smith's going to pick up his 3rd of the night. And Michael Cooney's got to be worried about that. Get it in to Ricardo Lewis. Mike Helfer shouts out Florida. He and Nick Gass went out to the Florida-Tennessee game on Tuesday night. That was a great game. Down to Cornell in the corner. Cornell going to drive for the rim, put it up. Good off the window. Tyrone Cornell, his first basket of the night, is 1 out of 7 from the floor. 23-11, Blazers by 12. West Georgia with the basketball. West Georgia on the near side to Ryan Godfrey. Godfrey is going to get it up on the outside. West Georgia may not even make the tournament. I'll talk about the tournament at halftime tonight. Penetration move there, then back outside to Gavin Field for three. Puts it up, no. Rebound Nelly. Ryan Nelson with the basketball out to Ricardo Lewis. I see the sheen of sweat on his features. The Lake Weir, Florida senior Ricardo Lewis. Here's B.J. Dibble. Dibble's going to hold up his dribble. Down low to Tristan Crawford. Fall away on the baseline. Off the window, no. Rebound Pringle. Almost lost it out of bounds. Picked up by West Georgia. West Georgia with the rock. They'll work left to right on their radio dial. 6 minutes to play in the half. Blazers up by 12. 23-11. Hunter will come in at the next ball stop. Already has a couple of baskets tonight. Pringle going to drive to the rim. Puts it up. Got it. John Pringle, the only thing they got going offensively tonight. But boy, he is a good one. John Pringle for the West Georgia Wolves in the basketball game. 6 points, 2 out of 4 shooting. Total free throws. Long three by Ryan Nelson is no good. Rebound Deion Sims for West Georgia. 5.5 to play in the half. Blazers up by 10. 23-13. Got up 7-1 early in the game. Then led 17-7. Fall away by Sims in the paint. Missed everything. Rebound to come out to Curnell. Curnell to Ricardo Lewis at the left end. Lewis dribbles at the top of the key. Sims is all over him. 5:15 to play in the first half. Left side, left hand, going to pull up in the paint, shoot it, and miss it. Rebound going to tipped over to Ryan Nelson. Oh, look what I found. It's Easter Sunday. I found this little Easter egg. I'm going to pop it off the window and through the nylon, says Ryan Nelson. Down on the low block, here comes West Georgia. Knocked away by B.J. Dibble from Pringle, picked up by West Georgia. Sims got his pocket picked up there by Crawford. Crawford to Lewis. Here comes a fast break. Right side. B.J. Dibble! Time out, West Georgia. 27-13. Blazers in the lead over the West Georgia Wolves. Take a break. 30 seconds on the VSU Hoops Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today, the Valdosta State Athletic Department held its STEP Athletic Alumni Homecoming event. At this time, we would like to ask all athletic alumni who attended the event, as well as all other athletic alumni in attendance at tonight's game, to please stand and be recognized. Let's give these ladies and gentlemen a big round of applause.
4:43 to play in the first half of the basketball game. 27-13, Valdosta State University in the lead over arch rival West Georgia. It was a close game in Carrollton. Right now, not so close tonight, but a lot of basketball to be played on this Saturday night in Titletown, USA. Down in the corner, Gavin Field. Field going to give it up on the outside. Penetration by West Georgia. Comes to Silvar. Silvar did not start the game tonight. Pringle going to give it up on the outside. West Georgia, the blue suits from Carrollton. At 4 hours and 15 minutes away. They'll try the corner J. Is no good. Rebound Ryan Nelson and it knocked away. Picked up by West Georgia. Silvar at the top for three. Bottom of the well by Silvar. 27-16. 4 minutes to play. Blazers up by 11. Blazers have Curnell out there, Ricardo Lewis, Tristan Crawford, Ryan Nelson, and Christian Hunter now in there. Here's Curnell going to spin, put it up off balance. No, rebound knocked out of bounds. It will be West Georgia basketball. Curnell having a tough time of it from the floor tonight, 1 out of 7. He's got 3 points and 4 rebounds. Tyrone Curnell, All-America last year, preseason All-America this year. He's certainly done nothing to diminish that stature. Long three by Pringle over Curnell. Missed everything, not even close. Missed the basket by a foot to the left side. Here's Ricardo Lewis going to speed it down the floor, right to the rim. Up and nobody got his way. He said, I'm taking it to the Blazer house. 29-16, Blazers by 13 points. Here is Silvar. Silvar at the right end. Silvar takes it to the top. Ricardo Lewis on him. Silvar on the right side. Over to the hands of Justin Cummings. Cummings has it knocked away. He's going to pick it up. Justin Cummings on the baseline. Goes up. Offensive foul. Ryan Nelson takes the punishment. And Justin Cummings draws the offensive foul. 29-16. Blazers by 13. First foul against Cummings. West Georgia's only 5 of 20 from the floor. That's 25%. Blazers 13 out of 30. That's 43%. Blazers hit a couple of threes. West Georgia's hit 1 3. Blazers only 1 and 2 at the line. West Georgia 5 of 7. Valdosta State dominating the glass tonight, 18-15. Maybe not domination's the right word. Barely a hit on the glass. Kevin Mitchell in the corner. Ryan Nelson going to take the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. That'll be a turnover VSU. Valdosta State turns it over. 29-16, 13-point lead for the Flame Red and Black of Mike Elfer, the Capital University out of Ohio graduate. Came to the Blazers 5 years ago from Southern Tech, where he had an unbelievable record. Southern Tech, the Running Hornets, were ranked #1 in America. Ball's knocked away by Tyrone Cornell. Got to the Sweet 16 of the NAIA National Tournament, and he was making all kind of noise. And so the Blazers able to convince him to come down to Valdosta, Georgia, Wintersville, USA. 29-16, Blazers up by 13. West Georgia with the basketball. Boy, have I ever seen some great West Georgia Valdosta State games. Got a foul over there called against Tristan Crawford. I remember one year, they won the national championship, West Georgia did in 1974. NAIA, Roger Kaiser was the head coach. They came to Valdosta and lost. Tom Terrific, Turner, Foots Walker, all that crowd. The Blazers knocked them off. James Dominy's Valdosta State team knocked them off. And they went on and won the national championship. Here's the free throw, and he missed the front end of the 1+1. And that was Justin Cummings. Here, 2:29 to play in the hand. Blaze the mascot on the far side. Got a wolf over there. He's stomping on him. Tristan Crawford going to stop, pop, and miss it. Rebound, West Georgia. West Georgia with the basketball. Here's Silvar. Comes on the far side with the rock. 2:13 to play in the first half. Silvar bounce pass down low. Got his man, Ryan Godfrey. Godfrey wheels in the paint. Falls away, shoots over Crawford. Shoots over Hunter. Misses the shot. Rebound going to come down to the Blazers. Kevin Harris at the timeline. The game has really slowed down here in the last couple of minutes. 2 minutes to play in the hand. 29-16, VSU by 13. West Georgia 5 of 21 from the floor. Horrible cold shooting by the Wolves tonight in Blazerville. Down on the low block, here's Tyrone Cornell, triple team. Now Cornell's going to get rid of it to Crawford, going to shoot the three and miss everything. Rebound goes out of bounds at the left end. 95 ticks on the first half clock. Blazers, last time we talked with you last Saturday night, lost to Huntsville 89-71. Prior to that, it won 15 consecutive games. Here is West Georgia. Gavin Field at the right end. Got to Cummings on the baseline. Cummings double team. Back out to Pringle. Back to Cummings. Looks at three. Now he'll take the two and miss it. Rebound Kevin Harris. Harris out of there. Behind the back dribble. What a move by Kevin Harris. Right to the rim. Going to fly up with the left hand. Left it short. Rebound West Georgia. John Pringle. Harris fell down. 1 minute to play and a half. Blazers by 13. They look at a three, won't take it. Back up top to Silva. On the outside, they're going to throw it into the bleachers. Silva intended in the corner for Ryan Godfrey, threw it into the bleachers. And Ricardo Lewis going to come in for VSU right now. Going to get Charles Belton back out onto the floor. Ricardo Lewis on the floor. Ryan Nelson to the bench. So you got Kevin Harris. You got Ricardo Lewis, you got Tyrone Cornell, you got Charles Belton, you got Christian Hunter out there. The final 50 seconds of the first half. Mike Jason calling hoops on a Saturday night. The Blazers, we go almost over and back. Charles Belton able to save it. Here's Harris on the wing. 40 seconds to play and a half, 21 on the shot clock. Here's Ricardo Lewis at the top. Lewis right side, Kevin Harris. Harris going to work in the corner to Hunter. Down low to Cornell. Cornell down in the corner. Cornell going to go inside. Beautiful pass to Belton. Wide open layup. That's why he's the second leading assist man on the team. Absolutely unselfish from the All-America. From Ocoee, Florida. 15 seconds to play and a half. West Georgia down 31-16. That's the biggest Blazer lead. Let's see what the Wolves do with the basketball. With 10, with 9. Silvar behind the back dribble. Shot clock is off. With 5, with 4. Silvar going to drive right for the rim, put it up. No. Rebound, Ricardo. They're not going to have time to put it up. They throw it from 50 feet away, right into the fans at the left end. 31-16. Valdosta State leads at intermission. We're at the complex on Back the Plex night. We're going to have the official numbers for you after this 90-second break. You're listening to Blazer Basketball on the VSU Hoops Network.
Duck adoption start at $5, and all money goes to fulfilling the needs of Second Harvest in South Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, VSU Athletics is proud of the video services that we're able to make available to our fans and supporters. Those video services include award-winning webcasts of athletic events, highlight TV shows, and now the addition of our state-of-the-art new video boards. All the graphics and video that you've enjoyed tonight are courtesy of Bill Muntz and his very talented student crew. Bill, thank you for what you do for Valdosta State University and VSU athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to recognize Bill Muntz and thank him for what he does.
Mike Chasen back live at halftime. Valdosta State University Blazer basketball is on the air. And boy, you look at it, kind of a boring first half. 31-16, Blazers up by 15, but the fans here, I could notice they were a little restless. Not a lot of threes, not a lot of slam, thunder dunks, nothing like that. So kind of, you look at it in some sense boring, but I tell you what, anytime Valdosta State's up by 15 points,
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's not bored in that sense of the word. Valdosta State had a tough time of it last Saturday night. I hope you heard it, because I tell you, I was giving my heart and soul up in Huntsville, but it was a tough night to watch the Blazers, because the Alabama Huntsville Chargers were absolutely sensational up there. It was hard for me to watch that bunch of Chargers just absolutely dominate their flame red and black, particularly with all the big winning streak on the line and everything. It didn't work out too good. And now, here's the way it's worked out. Huntsville is today, they're going to go to 9-1 in the league. They beat West Alabama 86-66. They are going to be, if the Blazers win this game, the #1 seed in the Gulf South Conference East Division. They and the Blazers will share the GSC title. They'll be co-GSC champions, and the Blazers will be the #2 seed. Valdosta State continues on and wins this basketball game right here against West Georgia, leading 31-16 at halftime. So again, the Blazers will be the #2 seed from the GSC East. That means we will play the #3 seed from the West on Friday in the quarterfinal round of the tournament. We'll win that game, we'll play on Saturday in the semifinal round. Win that game, we'll play on championship Sunday. That will be next Sunday, and I tell you, I'll be there live and direct from South Haven, Mississippi.
2009, he was named principal of
Here are the numbers from the first. Second half action, West Georgia inbounds the ball, and Blazers going to steal it, and Tyrone Cornell's going to go down and dunk it with two hands. Tyrone Cornell starts out the second half with a two-hand slam jam at the right end, and that electrifies his crowd here at the complex. Valdosta State leading 33-16. in the second half. Here's West Georgia inside. A little jump hook in the lane by Pringle is good. And the Blazers lead is cut to 33-18. Valdosta State trying to start a new winning streak tonight. We had 15 in a row. Now we're going to start one in a row. Bounce pass down low to Cornell. Cornell going to turn, put it up, got it. Cornell, 2 consecutive baskets to start the second half. And scored only 1 hoop in the first half. Just on the way in the second, Blazers lead by 17 points at 35-18. Arkansas Tech's already beaten Delta State today. West Georgia gets an easy one. Gavin Field inside. Arkansas Tech 68. Delta State 54. Arkansas Tech lost only 1 game all season. That was their season finale. Here's the leaner, no good. Tyrone Cornell with the tip, no good. Pringle's going to get the rebound. John Pringle for West Georgia. 35-20. I know that's going to be an all-time record crowd. Lindsey's going to have the number for us in a few minutes. On the outside, going to look, West Georgia. West Georgia with a basketball. Jeremy Smith. Smith up top into the hands of Deion Sims. Sims on the outside. Sims going to look into the hands there. Jeremy, Justin Cummings. Cummings up top. Looked like a travel, but a no call by the officials. The long 3 ball goes awry by Jeremy Smith. Here come the Blazers quickly at the right end. Going to give it to Tyrone Cornell. Cornell going to drive right down the lane. Goes up and just jams it. Just flushes it. Just tomahawks it. He just posterized the West Georgia Wolves in the complex on senior night. 37-20, Blazers by 17, 17:56 to go in the game. 30-second break on the VSU Hoops Network. Tyrone Cornell, not much a part of the action in the first half, but boy, he has been action-packed after intermission. Tyrone Cornell with a monster jam. The Blazers of Valdosta State. Tyrone Cornell walking out there. Mike Helfer just to my right is taking his coat off. His Blazers lead by 17 points and have held West Georgia at only 20 points. West Georgia came in here 13-13 overall, 3-6 in the league. Michael Cooney's had a tough time with the Wolves. And now it'll be the Blazers playing D at the left end. Deion Sims going to bring it up. Valdosta State in the man-to-man at the left end. Blazers trying to keep their record intact. We've lost only 1 home game all season, lost only 1 home game last season. An incredible 2-year mark here at the complex. Inside, Pringle's going to miss the shot. Rebound, B.J. Dibble. Dibble going to whip it out of there into the hands of Ricardo Lewis. Lewis, right side. Cornell is there. Cornell with the stop. Going to go up. He got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Cornell with an incredible stop on the dime move at the right end. And he'll go to the free throw line for Valdosta State University. Blazers at home. 382 and 121 record at home since moving to Division II in 74-75. Under Mike Helfer, 67 and 8 at home, 30 and 2. Count them, 30 and 2 over the last 2 years here at the complex. Valdosta State 13 and 1 at home this year, 17 wins at home last year. Second free throw up and in. Tyrone Cornell knocks down the free throw, and the Blazers lead by 18. 17:26 to play in the basketball game here at the complex in Titletown, USA, Valdosta, Georgia. West Georgia going to get it inside. Got a man there, going to go right to the rim, up and good. Scored for Pringle. Pringle snuck inside the defense, got an easy layup. Ricardo Lewis at the right end. Lewis at the timeline at the 28-foot mark. Dribbles right hand, left hand. Comes top of the key to B.J. Dibble. Swings it down low to Cornell. Cornell going to work inside, puts it up off balance, missed it. Rebound Pringle. Pringle going to come out of there to Deion Sims. Sims going to lose the basketball. Going to be stolen away by Valdosta State. Cornell tried to pick it up. Now he goes on the floor. We got a jump ball. Cornell just tied up Deion Sims down on the floor at the left end, right at the top of the key. Alternate possession will go to the Blazers. Tyrone Cornell in the game tonight. He's got 10 points and 8 rebounds. Headed for his 20th double-double of his career and 10th of the 2009-2010 college basketball season. Here's Ricardo Lewis up top to Ryan Nelson. Nelson backdoor cut, going to throw it off the foot of Justin Cummings, and that'll be a kick ball. 16:40 on the game clock, 26 on the shot clock. Valdosta State leading 38-22 over West Georgia. Before I think the largest crowd ever to watch a Valdosta State University basketball game in Valdosta. Here's Tyrone Cornell. Cornell on the outside, between the legs with the dribble. Cornell going to spin, put it up, missed a shot, rebound Pringle. Pringle out of there to Cummings. Cummings at the midcourt line at the left end for West Georgia. Michael Cooney's basketball team down by 16 points. Here's Cooney down to Sims in the dead corner. Sims going to look, comes up top, got his man there. It'll be Cummings. Cummings going to give it up right to the rim, and no good. Ball's tipped out of there, controlled by Pringle. Pringle get a reset on that 30-second shot clock. Pringle going to have it knocked away. Goes up top to his teammate. On the near side to Sims. Sims going to drive for the basket, put it up short. Sims going to get his own rebound, gets it over to Gavin Field. He'll put up the 8-footer on the baseline and hit it. Timeout, Mike Helfer. 38-24, 16:02 to play in the basketball game. Mike Helfer didn't like what he was seeing. He calls a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same. You're listening to Blazer Ball on the BSU Hoops Network.
Get your tickets out, folks. If you have red ticket 9812, it's red, last four numbers 9815, you have won a $200 gift card from Walmart. Everybody have your hand.
38-24, Valdosta State by 14. Clock winds under 16 minutes to play in the game. B.J. Dibble up top to Tristan Crawford. Crawford going to penetrate back on the far side, knocked away by West Georgia, picked up by Ricardo Lewis. Going to take a 17-foot jumper and miss it in the corner. Rebound, B.J. Dibble with a stick back underneath. Blazers back up by 16, 40-24. Here's West Georgia at the left end. It'll be Jeremy Smith. Smith dribbles slowly down in the corner. Smith's going to come up top into the hands of Justin Cummings. Cummings going to go right side. Silvar's in there. Mohan Silvar, the junior from Serbia. Down in the corner to Gavin Field from Australia. Up top, 15-footer on the way. No good by Jeremy Smith. He's from California. They get him from all over the globe. Ricardo Lewis going to drive in, put it off the window, got it. The defender fell down. Silvar trying to draw the foul, not successful. Blazers up by 18. That's the biggest lead for the Flame Red and Black with 15 minutes to play in a basketball game. Mike Chasen on the call on a Saturday night for Blazer Ball from Titletown, USA. Largest crowd in Valdosta State history, gotta be. They haven't announced official numbers. That's forthcoming. Here's Pringle going to be fouled en route to the basket. And a foul will be against Ryan Nelson. If the Blazers win this game, they'd be tied for the Gulf South Conference East Division lead with Alabama. Huntsville has already beaten West Alabama today. There's already been a coin flip in lieu of that situation happening, and Alabama Huntsville won the flip. They'll be the #1 seed in the tournament. Pringle hits the first free throw. He will get another. 14:49 to play in the basketball game. Blazers got Tristan Crawford, Ricardo Lewis, got Tyrone Cornell out there, and B.J. Dibble. And now here's Pringle for the second free throw, and the crowd's got a wave going on all around the complex. Second shot, no good. Rebound, B.J. Dibble. Dibble out of there to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis speeds it up the floor at the right side, takes it right to the rim, goes up off balance, throws the foul for the blue shirts of West Georgia. Foul will be against the Wolves from Carrollton, GA. And they built a brand new Coliseum last year. We beat them once. This year we beat them again. Here's the free throw. It's up by Ricardo Lewis, and he got it. And he will get another shot. 43-25. The lead is 18. Lewis at the free throw line again. Cornell has 10 points tonight. Lewis has 9. He can break into double digits right here. He is going to look over at his teammate Tyrone Cornell, put it up, and yeah, he did. A little rim rattler, but he got it to go. 10 for Lewis, 10 for Cornell, and nobody else in double digits. Here's West Georgia. Silvar down the field in the corner. Field going to drive the baseline, kicks it far side to Silvar. Back up top to Cummings, back to Silvar in the corner. The stop, fire, missed everything. Air ball there, and it will be Valdosta State going to get the basketball at the right end. Here's Tyrone Cornell right to the rim, and no, he missed. He's going to lose that basketball out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. Only the 4th turnover of the game for Valdosta State U. Valdosta State leading 44-25. The 19-point bulge is the biggest. Cornell, double-double. That's his 20th of his career, the 10th of this season. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Here's Ricardo Lewis with the stop and pop. Bottom of the well for the senior point guard from Lake Weir, Florida. Boy, we missed that last Saturday night when he was injured in the Huntsville game. 46-25. Blazers' biggest lead is 21. 13:45 to play in the basketball game. Final home game of the year, and the Blazers seniors going out in style tonight. The 21-point lead is the biggest. That'll be a foul against VSU. It'll be B.J. Dibble. That'll be his second. Valdosta State had a lot of trouble with West Georgia and Carrollton. Not so much trouble with the Wolves tonight. Gavin Field on the outside, up top to Silvar, fakes to 3. Silvar gets it on the wing, over to his teammate Ryan Godfrey. Godfrey's going to drive in there. Ball's knocked away, stolen by Crawford. Crawford's a 1-on-3. Going to go and bounce it off his knee, or somebody else's knee. No, his knee. Kevin Harris going to check in. Christian Hunter in, and Marquise Robinson checks in for the Blazers of Valdosta State. Mike Elford, Valdosta State head coach, going to stand over there and maybe collect his 103rd win tonight for the Flame Red and Black in only 5 years. 46-25, a huge lead over West Georgia. Long 3, in and out, no good by Silvar. Rebound, Kevin Harris quick to the basketball. Kevin Harris on the left side. Kevin Harris, a crowd pleaser. Kevin Harris right for the rim, puts it up short. Rebound up short. Rebound, Marquise Robinson up and good, and a foul. Count the basket by big Marquise Robinson, the 234-pound senior from Sarasota, Florida, playing his last game on the home floor in a Blazer uniform. 48-25, Blazers by 3. Third foul against Pringle, their best player. Arkansas Tech destroyed Delta today, 68-54. So Arkansas Tech, after that miscue last week, they lost their first game of the season, back in their winning ways against their biggest rival in the West Division. Arkansas Tech's going to be number 1 in the West. Delta's going to be number 2 in the West. So the Blazers, as the number 2, will match up against the number 3 team in the West. So that game will be on Friday in the quarterfinal round of the Gulf South Conference Tournament in South Haven, Mississippi. We'll have that game for you on the VSU Hoops Network. Long 3 by West Georgia, no. Cornell got the rebound and then lost it to Gavin Field. Wolves get it right back. The blue suits of Michael Cooney trail 49-25. Down low, going to work toward the hole, put it up and good. Score the basket for West Georgia. Justin Cummings went up and over Tyrone Cornell. Here the Blazers in white at the right end. Valdosta State University basketball on the web or on the radio. Either way, glad you joined us tonight. 12:30 to play in the second half. Down low, B.J. Dibble going to check that. Marquise Robinson going to travel with the ball. That'll be a Blazer turnover, the 6th of the game against Valdosta State. You can listen to VSU basketball on Talk 92.1 FM in Valdosta Adel, 1490 AM, 97.7 FM in Quitman, or WKZZ, Z92.5 FM in Tifton, Georgia. 49-27, Blazers by 22. Blaze has taken a seat up in the stands, and the fans love it up there. Blaze, the mascot, with a flaming head of sunshine. Here's West Georgia Silvar with a little jump hook in the lane, puts it up and in. Valdosta State, Ricardo Lewis at the right end. 12-10 to play in the basketball game. Blazers with a 20-point edge. Kevin Harris, far side. There's Christian Hunter. Hunter had a couple of big gashes in the second half to Ricardo Lewis. Lewis going to drive in, goes down low, got his man there, going to be blocked by the big Australian. Brett Seljak had a nice block that time on Marquise Robinson down low. It'll be Blazer ball out of bounds. Christian Hunter will inbounds with 11:56 to play in the game. Lady Blazers won tonight. They got a long winning streak. They'll head into the tournament on Thursday. Here's Tyrone Cornell going to turn, and he will be fouled, and he'll go back to the free throw line. Cornell's numbers tonight. He's got 10 points and 10 rebounds. 13 points tonight for Ricardo Lewis. 6 points for Marvin Dibble. Hunter has 4. 2 for Belton. Ryan Nelson has 2. 6 for Tristan Crawford. Kevin Harris has 3. 3 for Marquise Robinson. Here's Cornell at the free throw line. His 20th double-double of his career for the All-America from Ocoee, Florida. Going to miss the front end. and he will get another. Charles Belton checks back in there. Ricardo Lewis to the bench for VSU. Valdosta State University. Unbelievable. 30 wins at home over the past 2 years and only 2 losses. They win number 31 tonight. Second free throw by Cornell is perfect. 50-29. Blazers got half 100 on the board. 11:45. And now they're going to get it out there into the hands of West Georgia. West Georgia, it'll be Justin Cummings. Cummings going to get it to Thiel down in the corner. Thiel will behind the back dribble. Thiel going to come up top to Seljack, back to Thiel. 2 Australians, one to the other. They're going to pick up the basketball. Going to go this side into the hands of Cummings. Cummings going to have it knocked away by Kevin Harris, the quickest-handed Blazer. Kevin Harris knocked it right into the Valdosta State University logo on the far side. 11:20 to play in the second half. 50-29, Blazers by 21. Here's the fall away by, got it, up and in by Silvar. Silvar hit the fall away. It's a 50-31 lead for VSU. Tyrone Cornell. Cornell going to drive down the lane, goes up, tried to dunk it, got fouled instead. Tyrone Cornell going to the basket like that, like a locomotive on the loose with no brakes, because if you get in his way, he's just going to run right over you. Not many people choose to do that, and that is a wise move by the opposition. Second foul of the game against Gavin Field, and it'll be it'll be Tyrone Cornell at the line. He's 3 out of 6 from the stripe tonight. Now he's 4 out of 7. Tyrone Cornell has 12 points in the game, and he'll get a chance for another one right here, wearing the traditional white headband tonight. Blazers in the Gulf South Conference Tournament on Friday. 2 weeks from today, they'll start national tournament play, probably in Russellville, Arkansas. He missed his second shot, and Marquise Robinson got the ball on the missed shot, put it up and in, and a foul called against West Georgia. Boy, I tell you, Gavin Field's a fine player, but he looks like he's about 11 years old. But he's a fine basketball player. Marquise Robinson trying for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Going to stand up there with 11 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the game. Puts it up and missed it. Rebound, West Georgia. Justin Cummings going to come with the basketball. Cummings at the left end. Michael Cooney's down there. He's sitting on his bench. His team has been right now. West Georgia just is not really, since the early part of the first half, has not been even close. Long three by Silvar is no good. Rebound, Kevin Harris. Harris jumps so high. Harris going to come out of there with the basketball down in the corner. Hunter for the long three is short. Rebound, Tyrone Cornell up and good. Tyrone Cornell just went in there and monstered that rebound and put it up and in on a stick back. Cornell for the Blazers of Valdosta State. Another double-to-double tonight. We're approaching the midway point of the second half. Valdosta State led at halftime 31-16. Not much difference in the second half. Total domination of West Georgia. Long three, no good. Harris gets his second consecutive rebound. Harris to the right end. Harris with the basketball down low to Marquise Robinson right for the rim. 2 hands. Marquise Robinson. 10 minutes to play in the game. West Georgia trailing 57-31. Here's Seljack, the left-handed Australian, bags one. 9:55 to play in the game. Kevin Harris out there with Charles Belton, Christian Hunter, Marquise Robinson, and Tyrone Cornell. Cornell, the only starter still in the lineup for the Blazers. In his very last game on this court, down in the corner, Hunter. Hunter, he'll be a big part of this team next year. Up and good by Marquise Robinson. Beautiful pass by Christian Hunter. Hunter with a gorgeous pass inside. He drew the defense to him and dished out to Marquise, and he made the basket. Got immediate timeout on the floor. Blazers lead 59-33 with 9:40 to play in the game. Take a break. 60 seconds on VSU Hoops Network.
You finally made it back with your family.
Finally made it back.
Valdosta State 59, West Georgia 33. The Wolves got down 7-1 early. Made a little comeback there with about 3 or 4 minutes gone, but since then it's been all flame red and black, let me tell you. And the free throw line will be Marquise Robinson, puts it up, got it. Marquise has shown good numbers. Maybe he's going to be your Subway Supers of the game in the Langdale Honda Kia post-game report. Here's John Pringle at the left end. Pringle out to little Silvar at the top. Silvar to Deion Sims. Back out into the hands of Jeremy Smith. Smith outside the arc, far side. West Georgia just trying to make something happen. They go up off balance, put it up and in. Score the basket for Jeremy Smith. Valdosta State's lead's been sliced slightly to 62-35. Crowd headed en masse to the exits. We'll have that official number for you shortly. Down inside, we're going to get an offensive foul against Marquise Robinson. He pushed away to get a great pass from Tyrone Cordell. Mike Hilfer got, let's see, Belton's a senior out there. And Valdosta State, the only other senior out there is Tyrone Cordell and Marquise Robinson. Tyrone going to steal a basketball down to Kevin Harris. Going to stop, shoot the three, and miss it. Rebound going to come to West Georgia Pringle. Pringle throws it long to Silvar. Silvar at the left end. Going to go into the hands of Deion Sims. He'll shoot the long three and miss it. Rebound going to bounce long. Kevin Harris is there. Behind the back dribble. Harris going to take it right to the rim. Goes underneath. Marquise Robinson. And what a pass by Kevin Harris. Harris with a terrific pass. 62-35, Blazers in the lead, 8.5 to play in a game. West Georgia with the basketball. West Georgia going to stop, shoot the three by Silvar, miss it, rebound Tyrone Cordell again. Cordell tonight, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Here is down in the corner, Christian Hunter. Hunter up top to Cordell, between the legs dribble, going to have it knocked away, stolen by Silvar. Silvar's got only Hunter to beat. He'll go right to the rim, lay it up, and missed it. Rebound West Georgia. West Georgia got the rebound, and Jeremy Smith said, "I'll reset it to Silvar." Going to be shot blocked by Cordell, and they call a foul against the big senior from Ocoee, Florida. Billy McShepard coming into the game, and this might be Cordell's swan song right here. Cordell might be coming out of the game right now after this first free throw. 8:02 to play in the basketball game. 62-35, Valdosta State just destroying its oldest rival today. Here in the complex. Beat him by 1 in Carrollton on January 30th. Free throw by Silvar is no good. And now Cordell's going to come out of the basketball game. And boy, I tell you, he'll be to the bench. Crowd gives him a light handshake, and we don't know if that's going to be his last time or not. Maybe he'll be back out there. Crowd certainly wants to see him a lot more. Silvar's going to get the second shot and hit it. Silvar hits the bottom end of that one. 62-36, Valdosta State, Charles Belton. Belton on the baseline, goes down low, turn around by Marquise Robinson. Having a field day down there. Marquise Robinson. Valdosta State leading 64-36. Marquise, he may be your Subway Super Sub of the game. West Georgia going to miss an easy one inside. Then we got a foul. The stick back was by Jeremy Smith. And then a foul going to be called against VSU. 7 minutes, 42 seconds to play in a basketball game. Boy, this arena is really, it's probably half empty now to what it used to be, what it was earlier. Now we're looking for the attendance from, and it is, let's see, 46-16. That's a new record. Valdosta State, the most fans ever to see a Valdosta State basketball game in Valdosta, Georgia, is tonight. The Blazers, 4,616 folks come to the complex to watch the Blazers on Pack the Plex night. Free throws up and in by Jeremy Smith. And capacity's 5,350. Almost a capacity crowd tonight against a West Georgia team that's not offering much resistance right now. Valdosta State 64, West Georgia 38. 7:28 to play in the game. Down low, Marquise Robinson. Window, got it. Marquise Robinson, he's posted up down low. Here's a senior for you. It says, hey, this is my last game too. I'm going to play very hard, and he is. Penetration move, knocked away by Billy McShepard behind the back dribble. McShepard going to almost throw it away, picked it back up, down low. Kevin Harris got a layup, up and in. Billy McShepard with the assist, the steal, the assist, and Kevin Harris with the layup. 7 minutes to go in the game and the regular season for Valdosta State. Blazers going to win this game and finish in a tie for the GSC East lead. Won the GSC East outright last year. Pringle turnaround on the baseline is no good. And a foul going to be called against West Georgia's Deion Sims. This year we'll finish in a tie with Alabama Huntsville. Michael Cooney going to call a timeout. We'll take 60 seconds to the Valdosta State University Basketball Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Valdosta State Athletics would like to welcome the following groups to tonight's game. The YMCA Challenger League, accompanied by Phi Kappa Phi Fraternity, the Hayheimer Middle School basketball team, the Thomas County boys basketball and cheerleaders, as well as the faculty and students from the Dewar College of Education. Also, Blazer Athletics would like to welcome the Forest Park Church of Christ Yes Weekend participants to tonight's game. As we invite you to join head men's basketball coach Mike Kelfer and Dustin Sweetelson for the Mike Kelfer radio show beginning Monday evening at 7 p.m. at the Blazers Tavern in Riverton. The hour-long show will cover all the highlights of the 2009-2010 season and can be heard live on Talk 92.1.
38. Valdosta State just blowing out West Georgia on senior night here in Titletown, USA. Kevin Harris going to be at the free throw line. 18 fouls against West Georgia, only 5 against the Blazers of Valdosta State U. Harris going to miss the free throw. West Georgia going to get the rebound. That'll be Jeremy Smith. Smith's going to go out to Deion Sims. All-time record attendance tonight, 4,616. Reverse lay is no good. Rebound Pringle. Pringle going to turn, put it up, partially blocked. Rebound Valdosta State. Marquise Robinson. Robinson lost the ball. Going to be stolen away by West Georgia. That'll be Justin Cummings. Cummings gives it out to Silvar. Silvar behind the back dribble. Silvar going to penetrate. Silvar looked like he traveled. No call on the right side of Deion Sims. Sims going to take it for the Wolves. Put it up and got it. It's a 2, not a 3. 68-40. Blazers lead by 28 points. How about that over West Georgia team? We only beat by 1 in Carrollton. What a difference a home court advantage makes. Down low, Marquise Robinson just dunking at will. It's a dunk-o-matic time for Marquise Robinson today. 70-40, the lead is 30. West Georgia with 5:52 to play in the basketball game. Here are the Wolves on the outside. Pringle, penetration move to the rim. No, but a foul against VSU. 70-40, Blazers by 30. And the crowd is really unloaded here at the complex after an all-time record, 4,616. Earlier tonight, we had an all-time record. See the Lady Blazers play. So an all-time record for the young ladies, and the young gentlemen also draw an all-time record. Free throws up and good by Pringle. He will get another. Blazers going to get Mike Holloway in here. The 5'11" freshman from Decatur, Georgia. Charles Belton comes out of there. Belton to the Blazer bench. Another one of those 7 seniors. And it'll be Pringle with the second free throw right here. West Georgia is going to fall to 13-14 overall, 3-7 in the Gulf South Conference. Here's the second shot. He missed it. Rebound, Marquise Robinson. Robinson working up some good numbers. 18 points tonight for Marquise Robinson off the bench. Christian Hunter. Hunter looking his man right in the eye. Hunter going to come up top to Kevin Harris. Harris going to penetrate. Harris going to give it up to Billy Mack. Billy Mack's going to go right to the rim and missed a shot. He got fouled. And Valdosta State U is going to go back to the free throw line. And a technical free throw against a West Georgia player.
And charged to number 33, John Pringle.
John Pringle.
We have a double foul. A double technical foul charged to number 33, John Pringle, and number 33, Billy McShepard.
And Billy McShepard, I'm trying to listen to the PA announcer. Billy McShepard going to get a technical.
33, John Pringle, 5 foul.
And John Pringle, plus the technical, going to foul out of the game. He got his 4th on an individual foul, then a 5th on a technical. He's fouled out of the basketball game. Billy McShepard also going to get a technical. That'll count as an individual foul. So it's the strangest thing. He's shooting free throws and he got a technical foul called against him. Don't see that too often. Double technical against two guys, both with the number 33. Billy McShepard for the Blazers. John Pringle wears 33 for West Georgia. I paused a second to get the call from the official. And he hit the first free throw. Billy McShepard will get the second as well. John Pringle fouled out on that play because the fourth foul was an irregular foul. The fifth foul was a technical foul. Strange play. 72-41. Blazers by 31. Oh, what a night to be a Blazer. Be knocked away by Billy McShepard, and then we got a foul to be called against West Georgia. Justin Cummings trying to prevent Billy McShepard from getting that basketball. Arkansas Tech wins today, 68-54 over Delta. I'm guessing 2 weeks from today, I'll be in Russellville, Arkansas for the first round of the Big Dance. Valdosta State in the national tournament. I think Arkansas Tech's going to host it. We'll see. It could still be here, but I think it's an outside shot. They've been number one in the nation most of the year. Billy McShepard's going to make the free throw, and he will get another. So we'll see if they host it. I think they will. They've lost only one game all season. Blazers, of course, have lost only 3 games all season. One last Saturday night, Alabama-Huntsville really hurt us. Huntsville won today. They beat West Alabama. They're going to be the number 1 seed from the East via a coin flip, although both teams will have matching 9-1 league records. West Georgia goes for the rim, and it could be fouled.
Billy McShepard is charged with his 5th foul.
And Billy McShepard is going to foul out of the game. And McShepard fouls out of the game. He got 5 quickness. He's out of the game. Billy McShepard got 4 points, and he got 1 rebound. Did 4 free throws. Did not get a field goal. 0 for 1 from the field. At the free throw line will be Justin Cummings. Going to put it up, and good. Right through the middle. No iron at all by Justin Cummings. Cummings, a 6'3", 180-pound junior from Birmingham, Alabama, from Michael Cooney's basketball team. You asked me, will West Georgia make the tournament? They are the 4th team right now. We'll see. They're tied with West Alabama, who also lost today, so both teams will lose. On the far side, Christian Hunter looks at a 3, won't take it. Clock winds under 5 minutes to go in the game to Kevin. Kevin on the near side, Kevin Harris. Harris is going to give it up to Hunter. Hunter backdoor cut. Marquise Robinson going to put it up and good. Marquise Robinson with 20 points today. Marquise, 8th Blazer to score 20 points in a game this year. First time he's ever led Valdosta State in scoring. Here the Blazers are going to commit another foul. Josh Williams checks in, the 6'8", 255-pound junior from Covington, Georgia, in there for VSU. How about Marquise off the bench tonight? He's going to be your Subway super sub of the game in the Langdale Honda Kia post-game report coming up after this thing is over. 76-43, Blazers in the lead, 76-44 as the free throw goes in by Justin Cummings. Valdosta State U going to go to 24-3 on the year. Won 24 games last year, and that was after the tournament, after both tournament, the Gulf South and the postseason tournament. Lost in the first round of the Gulf South last year to Claflin, 54-50. The other first round loss in the tournament was a couple of years ago. Lost to Rollins, Mike Elford's team. So far 0-2 in the tournament. Mike Holloway with a 15-footer, missed it with the left hand. 76-65, Valdosta State in the lead, 4:15 to play in the basketball game. 76-45, Valdosta State big lead. Down low, Silbar, no good. Rebound, Kevin Harris. Harris is going to come out of there. Kevin Harris behind the back with a dribble down to Mike Holloway. Holloway going to go right to the rim, put it up, got it. The pull-up. How many rebounds Kevin Harris got tonight? 7 rebounds and 5 points. Seldom do you see Kevin Harris with more rebounds and points, but he does tonight. Long shot by Silvar. The 3 is no good. Rebound Kevin Harris again. Kevin Harris going to be double digits in rebounds tonight if he keeps it up. Harris behind the back with a dribble. Going to stop, shoot the 2. In and out, no. Rebound underneath. Josh Williams went for it, didn't get it. West Georgia tried to save it, and they do to Christian Hunter. That'll be a reset for the Blazers. Mike Holloway outside the arc. Going to drive in, put it up with the left hand, and short. Rebound going to be Batted around, picked up by the Australian Brett Seljack. Here are the blue suits of West Georgia. The spin to the basket, up and good by Silvar. Count the basket in a foul against VSU. 3:24 to play in the game. 78-47. Valdosta State University dominates its oldest rival tonight, the University of West Georgia from Carrollton. West Georgia, I tell you folks, it was a heck of a basketball game back on when the Blazers played him on January 30th, 58-57. He missed the free throw. Rebound, Josh Williams. Williams out to Kevin Harris. Kevin Harris with the right hand. Kevin Harris over to Christian Hunter. Hunter going to take the long three and chips it. Christian Hunter, leading three-ball shooter on the clock, knocks it down. 81-47. Blazers by a ton and a half on senior night. And a lot of rest tonight. We've only played one time in a week. I don't know that we needed rest, but we certainly got it tonight. Driving to the rim, the Australian Seljack, and Valdosta State, who's going to watch a parade back to the free throw line. 6'9", 205-pound freshman, Brett Seljack for Michael Cooney's basketball team. Blazer baseball won twice today over 15th-ranked Tampa. Blazer baseball got it going. Blazers themselves ranked, 22nd in the nation. Seljack going to hit the free throw, and he will get another. We enter the tournament on Friday as the #2 seed because we tied with Alabama Huntsville. Blazers 54 points in the paint tonight, just dominating down in the red paint of the complex. Second free throw also good. 81-49, a great defensive effort by Mike Helfer's club tonight. Christian Hunter going to take another three and miss it. Rebound going to go to West Georgia. West Georgia got all its subs in there. Andy Ojak, the junior from Marietta, Georgia. Valdosta State now with a clean sweep of West Georgia 2 years in a row. Long three up and good by Gavin Field. Time out by Cooney. 81-52, 60-second break on the VSU Basketball Network. Blazers with the ball. Hunter's going to take it to the rim, missed the roll-off, and rebound West Georgia. The Wolves from Carrollton going to have a long ride back to Carrollton tonight. Deion Sims on the right side. Sims going to give it up. Go to Hunter to the big Seljack. Backdoor cut. Go to Sims. Sims reverse lay. Nicely done by Deion Sims. Sims, the junior from right there in Carrollton. Here comes Mike Holloway behind the back dribble. Under 2 minutes to play in a basketball game. Valdosta State led at halftime 31-16. In the second half, it's been all the Blazers. Here's Marquise Robinson. Look at Josh Williams, going to post up. They have it knocked away, and ball's on the floor. Going to be picked up by the Blazers. Out to Kevin, going to shoot the three and miss it. That's Kevin Harris on the outside, the 5'11" junior from Douglas, Georgia. Here comes West Georgia, Ryan Godfrey. Godfrey down in the corner, got a man there. Seljack going to have it missed, knocked away. Deion Sims going to pick it up. Sims going to penetrate. He goes up and missed a shot, draws the foul. Sims draws the foul, and he'll be at the free throw line with 85 ticks on the game clock, and the Blazers winning 81-54. And Deion Sims at the free throw line. 12 points for Silvar in the game and 12 points for Pringle in the game. He fouled out. Sims going to hit the free throw. Nobody else in double digits for Michael Cooney's team. Blazers 14 points and 12 rebounds for Tyrone Cornell. Ricardo Lewis has 13 points in the game. 20 points tonight for Marquise Robinson. Second one is no good. Rebound going to come out of there to Marquise Robinson out to Kevin Harris. Harris going to give it on the far side. Mike Holloway with a fall away, puts it up short. Rebound going to come to Brett Seljak, the Australian. They throw it long, and a man they're going to try to save it. Does to Mike Holloway. He plays for the Blazers. 1 minute to play in the game. Holloway going to give it out to Kevin Harris. Going to stop, shoot, bag it. Kevin Harris with the basket for the Blazers of BSU. Valdosta State knocked away by Kevin Harris. 83-55, Blazers in the lead. 55 seconds to go in the basketball game. Big video screens here for the first time this year, and they put Kiss up there. They show a couple in there of Kiss, and the last couple of times they've shown it, by golly, they have. Little Smackaroo and Blazerville, final home game of the season, final regular season game, reverse lay inside, good by Brett Seljak. And 44 seconds to play in this regular season. What a regular season it's been for Valdosta State. Going to be 24-3 overall, 9-1 in the Gulf South Conference. Co-GSC East champions. Going to have to shoot it one more time. 22 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. Mike Holloway out here at the 28-foot mark. West Georgia tonight, they did not have what it takes to beat the Blazers. We've swept them 2 years in a row. They swept us 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now. Here's Mike Holloway. They bang in the hand. 3 seconds to shoot. Holloway's going to lose the ball. Going to fire it up there, and does. He missed a shot. Rebound, West Georgia. 7 seconds to play in the regular season. West Georgia, Deion Sims going to come down. Bounce pass down low and out of bounds. Blazers going to get it with 1 second to play. Blazers going to win the game. 7 seconds on senior night. Really do something special. Valdosta State University wins the basketball game over West Georgia, and the Blazers get ready for the postseason. We'll be back.
2016, there is a new Blazer basketball attendance record. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting Blazer basketball this season. We invite you to tune in to Top 92.9 and join Mike Chasen for Blazer postseason action. Also, we want to ask all Kids Club members to stick around for a picture with the men's team. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, all kids aged 5 to 8th grade are invited to help perform as shoot moves with the Blazers as part of the Boosters Ice Cream Dance Fest. The event will end in approximately 5 minutes. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting Blazer basketball this season. Once again, we're tuning in to Blazer basketball postseason action on Top 92.1 in Valdosta. You can also listen on the web www.bstateblazers.com the Top 92.1 website. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for supporting Blazer basketball. Please drive safely.
Got about 30 seconds. We are in the Langdale Honda Kia post-game report, even on the webcast up here with Marquise Robinson. And Marquise, you picked a great time on senior night to lead the Blazers in scoring 20 points tonight. You only missed 1 shot on the whole night. Boy, they kept getting it to you on the low hole, and you said, I can make these.
Do what I do best, and that's just sell and try to dunk everything.
Well, you get down, you position yourself so well on that low block down there. If we can ever get to the basketball, you got that big upper body. You said, hey, I can make these shots.
But yeah, that's just been in the weight room this summer and just trying to finish everything strong, you know, because I know that my team needs me to win a national title this year.
What was it like to walk out there for the final time on senior night?
It felt great, you know. My mom finally was able to come to one of my games, you know, and, you know, I just wanted to put on a nice show for her.
You certainly did. Thanks for stopping by in the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report. You are our Subway Super Sub of the game.
All right, thank you for having me.
Great job. Marquise Robinson tonight. We're going to try to get Tyrone Cornell over here and the other Blazers. And we are in the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report. We'll get Cornell over here in just a second. Another one of these seniors, another double-double tonight for Tyrone Cornell. He's signing autographs. We're going to get Tristan Crawford over here as well. So the Blazers in the postgame, the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report. 20th double-double of his career tonight for Tyrone Cornell. Tyrone, congratulations on senior night. Got to be something special as you walk out there for the final time on this home court.
Oh, man, that was real special. I just loved every moment of it, every minute of it. I mean, we got great fans, and I'm going to miss it a lot. I didn't want to shed no tears or nothing, but I was very emotional as far as just being my last game in the complex and everything. But I'm very happy with myself, and I'm very happy I came here, and I love this family of Valdosta.
Boy, you played in front of the largest crowd ever to watch a Valdosta State basketball game in Valdosta. 4,616 tonight. You did it on senior night. You got a double-double tonight. Slow start in the first half, but you really picked it up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just like every game. I try to figure out how the refs going to officiate the game. And then, Coach, that's like my best friend. I mean, we talk every day, all day or whatever. And he told me, I was kind of going in there kind of soft, and I was doing a lot of moves and pump faking and everything. I should just go straight up. So, I came out, adjusted myself, and I just tried to dunk everything in the second half.
Tyrone Cornell, has been a pleasure watching you play. I can't wait for the postseason and see what's going to happen next.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna try to bring it back for the city of Valdosta.
I like the sound of that. Tyrone Cornell, thanks for stopping by in the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report.
Thank you, too.
All right, Tyrone Cornell, the big 6'7" forward for the Blazers of Valdosta State U. I tell you, Mike Perry's right over here to my right, one of the great Blazers of all time. What a team, what a season for Valdosta State U. People are taking pictures out here, and I see a lot of folks around. They want to shake hands with these seniors. They're here for the final time. Here are the numbers. These are final. These are official. It's great to have all these seniors out here, but boy, I hate to see that they won't be back on this floor this year. Here are the numbers for Valdosta State. The Blazers shoot 34 of 71 from the floor. That is 47%. 3 of 13. That's 3 of 13 from the three-point line. That's 23%. And the Blazers from the free throw line, 12 of 18, 66% in the game. Valdosta State in the basketball game called for 21 fouls, had 17 assists, 8 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 13 steals. Individually tonight, Tyrone Cornell with a double-double, 20th of his career, 10th of this season, 14 points, 12 rebounds. The Blazers got 6 points from Marvin Dibble, got 13 points from Ricardo Lewis, got 2 points from Ryan Nelson, 6 points from Tristan Crawford, 7 points from Christian Hunter, 2 points in the game from Mike Holloway, 2 points in the game for Charles Belton, 7 points for Kevin Harris. Marquise Robinson, we talked to him just a minute ago, 20 points tonight and 4 rebounds, 4 points in the game for Billy McShepard. He fouled out of the basketball game. For West Georgia, 19 of 57 from the floor, 33%, 2 of 17 from beyond the arc, 17 of 25 from the free throw line, 39 rebounds in the game, got it rebounded by 6 by the Blazers, 45-39. Blazers had the edge on the boards tonight. You see Bobby Rich over here. Bobby Rich, one of the great players of all time for VSU. And let's see, 18 fouls called against West Georgia. They had 5 assists. They had 17 turnovers. They had 1 block shot. They had 2 steals in the game. West Georgia individually tonight, 6 points for Jeremy Smith. John Pringle had a double-double, 12 points and 13 rebounds. He fouled out of the basketball game. 6 points for Deion Sims. Gavin Field had 7, 8 points for Justin Cummings. Mohan Silvar off the bench had 12 points and 6 points in the game for Brett Seljak. Those are the numbers for West Georgia and Valdosta State, but the number that counts is on the board. For the final time this year, the Blazers win 83-57 at home. We're going to hopefully play a lot of basketball games, but they won't be here in the complex anymore. These 7 seniors were honored before the game, and they deserve all the accolades they can get. They've lost only 2 games here in the past 2 years. Lost last year to Florida Southern, lost this year to Columbus State. Otherwise, they've won 31 games, 31 home games over the last 2 years. This crowd enjoys watching them play. We're in the postgame, the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report, and this report will continue after this break. 90 seconds on the Blazer Basketball Network. Valdosta State ends its regular season with a record of 24 wins and only 3 losses. Ends its Gulf South Conference season 9-1. We tied for the Gulf South Conference East Division Championship with Alabama Huntsville, who won today against West Alabama. There's already been a coin flip to determine the GSC East #1 seed. That flip was won by Alabama Huntsville. So even though they're co-champions in the GSC East, Alabama Huntsville will go into the Gulf South Conference tournament on Friday in the quarterfinal round as the #1 seed. The Blazers will be the #2 seed in that tournament, so they will play the #3 seed from the West. Here's how the tournament works. #1 from the East plays 4 from the West, 2 from the East plays 3 from the West, and there you go. And then the semifinals are on Saturday, championship Sunday. I'll be there championship Sunday. We'll have all the games on the radio for you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll have Lady Blazers on the air for you on Thursday as well. Head coach Mike Helfer steps in for the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report. And let's see, we'll get his microphone untangled right there. And Coach, congratulations on what a way to end the basketball regular season. 83-57, just absolutely demolish West Georgia here in the game at home. And a West Georgia team that played us to within a point up in Carrollton. Not so today. You got those 7 seniors out there. They were determined to go out with a bang, and by golly, they did.
They did, and I was happy for our guys. I mean, I know as a crowd you're watching that game, you got to realize that West Georgia was taking 30 seconds every shot clock possession. We didn't shoot it great in the first half. We were a little bit, I think, uptight, the crowd, especially Tyrone. He was really kind of trying to move the ball around instead of just getting right to the rim. But, I was proud of our guys, and what a special group of seniors, and everybody that's riding home listening, thank you for coming. I mean, it was really a special night. I'm not sure I could have scripted it much better.
Largest crowd in Valdosta State University basketball history came to see these seniors go out in style, and they saw it.
Well, they sure did, and not only that, I mean, the crowd, it got here early. I think, when you have a lot of fan support, you've got to do 3 things. You've got to win. Everybody likes to see a winner.
Sure.
I think you've got to play together and hustle. And I think you got to have good kids that people enjoy seeing out in the community. And I think we got really lucky to have that group, especially with these seniors as our leaders. And, again, I mean, I'm just so proud of them. And anything I've ever accomplished is because you have good players.
Valdosta State has lost only 2 games on this floor the last 2 seasons. Fans have come to expect a winning team, and boy, they've seen it the last 2 years. Won 24 games last year. You've already won 24 games this year. Yeah. I think the 48 wins in 2 years is probably a Valdosta State record.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm just proud of our guys. The 2 games we lost in here, we could have easily beaten Florida Southern. We missed a 3 there with about 8 seconds to go. And then, Columbus State makes that 3 at the end of 9 seconds to go to beat us, So, I mean, it was just, very easily this group could have went 32-0, I mean, on their home floor. But again, I mean, what a great accomplishment. I'm so proud of our seniors because they've done something that's very difficult to do at any school and any sport. They've really elevated basketball in this community and, I think brought it up into a very highlight. I mean, it was always a big sport here, but I mean, I think now people are like, man, I want to be at the game tonight.
Sure.
Let's make sure we're at the game, and that's really special.
Now the regular season is over. Now we get ready for the postseason. We play in the Gulf South Conference Tournament in South Haven, Mississippi on Friday in the quarterfinal round as the #2 seed from the East via the coin flip.
Right. What, I mean, when you get tournament basketball, it really, maybe you look at your draw a little bit or whatever, but again, you got to win, and to win a tournament, we're going to have to win 3 games. Arkansas Tech won it last year from the 3 seed on the West. You just got to play well. You've got to do many things right because all the teams will be good. We'll have a very difficult matchup in Monticello in the first round. They just beat Arkansas Tech just the other night, so it's going to be a difficult first-round game. But we're looking forward to the postseason play. I mean, we've got to continue to get better and get ready to go.
2 weeks from today, I believe we'll be starting national tournament play. Where do you think the regional is going to be?
I'm not sure. I mean, some things, a lot of dominoes would have to fall our way for it to come back here. I mean, with Tech only having 1 loss and us having 3, I think it's really between us 2. The only way I think that we could get it is maybe if somehow, we play Tech in the tournament and get them head-to-head. But, again, that's so far down the road. We got to just focus on Monticello for Friday and, enjoy tonight what happened in this, crowd. And, the experience, and then get right to work on Monday as we prepare for tournament play.
All right, March Madness begins for the Blazers on Friday. We'll have all the action right here on the VSU Basketball Network. Mike Helfer, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of this basketball team, what they've accomplished this season. Now we're looking for even greater heights to scale in the postseason.
Yeah, because now, I mean, you really get defined by the postseason. But again, we won the GSC East. I know we tied Huntsville, but it's only been done 4 times in school history. You know, and these seniors did it back-to-back years. I mean, I'm just so proud of them, and you know, just looking forward to what the future holds. And I told every one of them when I shook their hand on senior night, I said, friends forever. You know, after I'm done being their coach, I'm just going to be their friend. You know, I expect to hear about their lives and hear about their movements and what happens. And, you know, that's kind of why I got into coaching. I mean, not only for the wins and the competitiveness, but to develop those relationships with great kids. And I feel like I have 7 of them this year that are unbelievable.
And now you got the feeling after Saturday night, you and I were the most dejected people in the world walking out of Huntsville. But we've had a week. You had a good week of practice. You had an extremely solid victory tonight, 83-57 over West Georgia. Now the postseason. You got to feel we're primed.
Well, I mean, I think that we got back our swagger a little bit tonight, especially defensively. I thought we were exceptional defensively. I thought we were smart offensively, other than we took some contested shots that were hard. Like Tyrone, I mean, I thought he was trying to move the ball around a little bit in the first half when he was making his moves. But, you know, you just never know. I mean, you got to come out now. Everybody's 0-0 starting on Friday. Winner stays, loser goes home. Fortunately, I think we'll have another week after the conference tournament, but we got to just get focused and get ready.
Mike Helfer, thanks for stopping by in the postgame.
Hey, I want to say thanks to Pope and Brad from Langdale Honda Kia for all what they do for me and take care of me. And I've never given them a shout out, but I want to make sure tonight. So if they are listening, I hope they heard it. And if not, somebody please tell them I said thank you for everything they've done. They've been exceptional to me, and I'm very, very thankful.
All right, Mike Helfer in the postgame, the Langdale Honda Kia postgame report. We appreciate him stopping by every single postgame. We're going to get ready for the postseason. The Blazers of Valdosta State headed to March Madness on Friday in South Haven, Mississippi, and game time to be determined. The Blazers will be in the quarterfinal round, and then it'll be the semifinal round on Saturday if the Blazers win, and then the championship Sunday, and we'll have all the action for you on the Blazer Basketball Network. And then 2 weeks from today, the national tournament will start. Blazers will be one of the 64 teams in the Big Dance, NCAA Division II, and I can't wait for the Blazers to go dancing. That's going to be a lot of fun. That wraps it up here tonight on senior night. Final game of the regular season, final home game of the year at the complex. 83-57. Valdosta State knocks off arch rival West Georgia. Until the postseason, I'm Mike Jason saying I thank God for the ability. Aloha.